Levi is booing energy tanks. Levi, you
vile betrayer.
You, as quoted in Star Trek V by God.
Is that what he says?
You, the guy before he tries blasting Kirk with his like eyeball beam. It's like, why does he suddenly sound like Yosemite Sam? Ooh, I hate that, Kirk. Rabbit. All right, here's our second to final save. We're going to save at our ship, which will give us all of our ammo back.
SOS. SOS.
Save at our ship. That's SOSAOS.
I thought you said save our ship. My error.
All right, let's finish off this Turco. Right, 250 missiles. Yep, that's all of them. You're always sticking up for Levi. Start saying that around your house now.
I think I might have. We do have a Nephi in the house, so one of the kids' middle name.
Oh. Is it Levi?
Who is it?
You don't even know.
Well, there's 8 kids in there. It takes a little while. I think it's Peter.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
Peter, Tiberius, Nephi. Anyway, this is the impact crater, guys. You can come here as soon as you get the space jump, but we just have been putting it off till now because you don't have to come here until you want to end the game. We need a Eternal Cure. We do need a player in Doodler Wiki, or at the very least, a TVTropes.
I was
page.
just gonna say that, but you said it.
Anyway, the space pirates are like, "Hey, we found this weird thing.
Like,
it's got a containment field, and we can't. Science team believes it's powered by stuff." And
Marge got abducted in the Holy Land.
Hey, Sir Wats, he is coming down from a restaurant up in the mountains, so his connection is spotty. Happy birthday, by the way, Sir Wats. Everyone say happy birthday to Sir Wats.
Happy birthday, whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo.
Your present is hearing the end of Metroid Prime. Hopefully you'll get back home before we get to King's Quest, because that will be your birthday present, apparently.
You are hearing us talk.
Anyway, I'm scanning that Chozo lore, but I'm not going to read it. It's basically like, we built this temple to hold in the great poison.
We built this temple on rock and roll.
So the great poison, by the way, you know what it is? Some really good stuff.
Sick.
It's just phasing.
Oh.
Anyway, here's the last, really the last item in the game, which is this Chozo artifact.
Needs more phases.
It's the last one. Now we've got all 12 of these, and we can access the final boss.
It's about time. Boy, howdy.
But it's the first of 12. Let's scan these totems for clues on the remaining ones. Nope, 100%! Woo! Everyone do the 100% dance!
It's
the Gorillaz dance.
Yeah, mixed with the Michael Jordan dance.
Yeah, it was a lot of dances too. Hey, everybody's connection is spotty tonight! Do the spotty connection dance. Okay, now actually this is a pretty cool cutscene.
Yeah, I like the layout.
So all these Chozo artifacts, like, open up the elevator to the final boss with the totem pole here.
Scrag! Ooh, look at all those bird statues. That is cool.
It's a motif. Sam was like, that's pretty cool. Speaking of birds.
I'm racist against Chozo. What?
Oh no.
Yeah, it's me.
Not this guy again.
You didn't think I'd be in this game, but I'm in the game.
This is Mecha Ridley versus
It's Meta Ridley, actually.
No, it's Mecha Ridley versus
No, Mecha Ridley was in Zero Mission.
Look at that. That's Mecha Ridley, man. He's
I did leave Sir Wats a limerick on his Facebook wall for his birthday. I suppose you'll marinate your wife, is what I heard. I know that's not what you said. Anyway.
I've got a birthday present for you, Sir Wats. There once was a bird named Ridley. He was awesome, and I'm awesome. I'm not very good. He was bad at limericks. I'm better at iambic pentameter. 1, 2, 3, 4. The bird that was the pirate came around. He tried to kill the Samus on the ground. There we go. It's a rhyme in the heroic couplet. Yeah, well, that was more septimeter, I think. It was iambic, though.
Now do it in the haiku form.
Bird, this bird is dropping bombs.
Wait, no, that's 7.
Meta Ridley's great. I drop bombs on your face, Sam. Swipe at your face, too.
That's not a haiku at all.
Yeah, it was. I think it was.
That was 3 lines, but it wasn't anything close to the syllables.
He's not Mick Ridley.
McRidley!
Ah!
Oh, I've come back from the grave and I'm metal now. What you gonna do? Burning hands!
You've got to be way higher to be Ridley.
Oh, I guess I gotta be Irish rather than Scottish. I've come back. I've come back to get you, Samus.
Because
I'm gonna get you, Samus.
Scots can't have high voices.
No, they just don't have the high voices like you've got when you gotta touch it, blardy.
Touch something, alright. Alright, so back to Metroid. So Meta Ridley isn't that hard of a fight for the first part. He just kind of flies around and every so often dive bombs you. And you basically just hit him with charged plasma beam shots until you get to the second phase of the fight, which is actually a lot more difficult. McRibley, because I'm shooting his ribs, because he's got this thing on his middle.
How can he fly while he's covering himself with his wings?
I never actually scanned him. I don't think I can. He's out of scanning range. What's that?
He was flying while he was covering his face with his wings. That is
He's Meta Ridley. He's learned to think outside the box.
It's like metaphysical.
He's like,
I'm a video game boss, so I can do impossible things. I'm like Neo from the Matrix.
I was thinking he was somebody from Undertale.
oh, he's just somebody from Undertale?
Well, if he's a meta boss.
I suppose that's true.
I hang out with Sans all the time. He tells me terrible jokes and sells me snow. Tells me to burn things.
He tells me to burn things.
I never met a Ridley I didn't like.
What about Billy Boyd? He's a Scotsman, but he's got a high voice.
No, it isn't the grand. Huh? That's right.
What about second Ridley?
His Scottish accent sounds Irish, though.
We fought the first form, yes. It sounds Irish because it's high-pitched? That's racist.
Racist against my own race of Irishmen?
I didn't say it wasn't self-racist. It wasn't... It's meta-racist.
I'm meta-racist. I hate pirates. Really, I'm only doing this because it's a family business. My father, Ridley, he was a pirate. My father before that, Ridley, he was a pirate. He sank into the swamp.
Alright, so now we're at the second form of the fight.
He'll give us directions to the bakehouse.
So his wings burn off, and then he starts getting really angry.
Now he turns into Kerrigan, Queen of Blades.
No, he just charges at you, so you've got to dodge him real quick-a-like. Blah! So you gotta make him rear up like that, and then just shoot him in the chest block. But if you dodge out of the way in time, then you might be okay. It's really hard to time it correctly, though, if you don't know what you're doing.
It's definitely a riddle.
And then he whips you with the tail, too, so you gotta stay away from him. And there's actually, like, quick ways to kill him, but I don't know what any of them are. Supposedly, if you can super missile him, when he gets the chest part, which you can only shoot him when his mouth is open. So, hold on, okay.
Yes.
And then
you broke the laws of physics.
Super missile him right in the stomach. And do it again. Boom. Open your mouth. Open your mouth. Okay, we got him. Third time. I think if we can do it one more time. Nope, he charged me. Okay, so he actually hit me. He hit me twice. Sir Wats doesn't really like this boss fight when he played it back in the day because of this charging. See, now my timing's off.
Better time.
And like every time he hits you, he takes like half an energy tank, and he starts charging a lot here at the end. There we go, finally. Yeah. Okay, I think. Whoa! Why didn't he rear back up? That was dumb. I was about to super missile. Come on, Meta Ridley.
I'm just playing with you now. I'm like a bull. You better get your picadors out here.
More like a bully, right?
Bully for you, Ridley. Ah, stop charging me. Open your mouth. There we go. Okay, now he finally rears back. And kablamo!
Oh, woe is me. Here's my death scene. Oh, to be or not to.
And now all the Chozo statues are like, shut up, Ridley! Go back when you got a better voice, idiot. And that's the end of Ridley. He'll never come back in a future game.
Thank goodness. Definitely not as a weird chicken version of himself that grows up into a... He becomes a man. I don't know where you're going with this. I was referencing the other end.
Oh, right. Yeah, he doesn't turn into a Furby. Anyway, let's go down the elevator to the final countdown. So in true Metroid fashion, the end game area is pretty short, but full of terrible Metroids.
And then there's a terrible curse.
It kind of does. It's really gross and like Cthulhuoid.
Lovecraftian, I believe.
Perhaps. Cause look, it's got like gnarly teeth on the walls. And it'll look a lot worse. This is just the save room, but like, bleh. And it's got red Phazon in it, which this is the only place in the entire Metroid Prime series that you see red Phazon.
I know you've explained it to me before. What's Phazon again?
Oh, I got 50% of all scans here at the end of the game, so it shows how much I've scanned. Not a lot. Phazon is this crap that came in this meteorite, and it corrupts the place, and it turns everyone who, like, is near it either kills them or turns them crazy. But it's also, you can harvest it as, like, a super powerful, like, energy source. These are fusion Metroids, not to be confused with Metroids from Metroid Fusion. Oh, I'm sorry, these are fission Metroids. I'm completely wrong.
Not to be confused, because they're not the same at all.
Okay. So, the problem with fission Metroids is this. You shoot them enough, and they split into two, and each Metroid can only be hurt by a certain type of beam.
Then those ones split into another two. Then
Yeah.
those ones split into another two, and
No,
so
you kill
forth
those two,
and
but
so
the
on.
problem is this room has, they just keep respawning. You kill one, and then another one comes back at like 5 seconds later. So it's almost easier to ignore them as you jump up these gnarly looking teeth. But, get off of me! I said get off of me!
No.
But the problem is they can knock you off your jumps if you're not quick. So it's yeah, that wasn't a Metroid. That was just me sucking.
Don't die to the fission Metroids.
The fission Metroids. Also, they fish.
The Metroid.
They're gray Chang Metroids. Jumping the claim of Samus. Or something. What? Oh my gosh, why is this so floaty?
Is this gonna be like the first part of the game where you can't?
No, because
land
this
on
isn't a sequence break. This is just jumping up teeth.
Can't land on a platform.
This-
they are teeth.
That's what I said.
Yeah, but now I know.
I heard that Metroid coming around the bend.
Coming with all of its rain.
I shot a Metroid in Reno just to watch it die.
Thanks, Johnny Cage.
See, it keeps latching on, but I don't want to kill it because then the original one will respawn, and he'll be harder to kill. So I'm just trying to get up this thing. And they tell two friends. Then they tell two friends. It's a pyramid scheme.
It's more Mayan, I think, than Egyptian.
No, it's the Metroids trying to get you by Amway.
Oh, I see.
Here's the second one. Wait, no, that's still the one that's following me. But luckily, Metroids can't go through doors, so they're no Velociraptors. This is not a save point, this is a missile refill. And I was only down like 25 anyway. Alright, so now from this point on, we're going to have two, which is why I wanted to wait till now to kill this one. Because now we're going to have a second one.
Oh, the second one.
Yep, there it is over there. It's hanging out. And the second one I'm actually going to kill using a power bomb. Because that kills him immediately. But the problem is, you've only got 8 power bombs total. And I'm gonna need some... see, that guy immediately respawned. Did you see him?
What did he respond to?
His name. I'm gonna have to waste 2 power bombs. It sucks because these guys get out of my face. No. Shoot! Now I've got to go up the whole thing again. This is why I hate this room. We might be skipping ahead. See, there's 2 of them. There is 2 of them. They're going to be bugging me though. This is why they ended this. And I'm stuck in. Get off of me! Seriously.
Now you're stuck in hacker mode.
Do I have to waste? I don't want to waste another bomb against these jerks, so I might have to. But I want to do it when they're both on top of me and I'm near the top, so that I've got the maximum time. Okay. Get off of me! You guys are so clingy. Like my last girlfriend.
Like Lisa Thurman.
She was not my last girlfriend.
Like whoever your last girlfriend
You don't even know what my social life has been.
Oh, you've talked about her. I just don't know her name.
That's because I don't want you to keep saying her name on the stream.
Probably doesn't talk.
No, I know, but it's a matter of respect. Respect for women. I know it's a novel concept for you. Haha, get it? Metroid knocked me off. That was what I get for disparaging your women respect.
It's just Lisa Thurman I make fun of.
I know.
And your sister.
Look, we might be skipping this part on YouTube anyway, just because I'm taking forever to climb up the teeth. I can usually do this easier. It's, I don't know, maybe both of them tried for me. Okay, you're going to die. Okay, I got them both. Sir Wats says that they just haven't been paying attention.
Who, me?
No, the, women in my life? I'm not sure.
Oh, that's... The only women I know who haven't been offended by me are the ones who don't listen to me.
Put that on your epitaph.
Jeez, pepperoni.
Hi, Metroid, how's it going?
I'm doing fine.
Oh, wait, that's Ridley.
Respawn. No, the Metroid just go, scream!
That's still Ridley.
Yeah, well, they don't say any words, they just scream.
They just scree at you.
Okay, I'm gonna have to... Get off me! I'm gonna have to kill both of you the old-fashioned way.
Oh, Doodler way.
Alright, so you get plasma beam.
Yowza.
You get plasma beam.
Yowza.
You get off of my head!
No, sir.
At least they're like, taking turns. Like only one Metroid at a time. Because they want to be impolite. Get off the twice beams!
So we got...
Okay. We got these 2
gray ones and red ones.
Okay, I just got a powerbomb refill, so I'm just gonna use this.
Boom.
Did I get the other one? Where's he? Oh, he was too far away! Dad!
Yes, son.
Stop it. Get off of me!
Why can't you just kill them by shooting them?
Well, I can, but it just takes forever, and then they immediately respawn. Okay, I think I'm at the top. Just don't knock me. Okay, both of you. Seriously. I'm just gonna go across this bridge.
Are you?
I'm gonna do it. They can't go through the door.
You made it to the top.
They're impolite. Aha! I'm not even going to spider ball across this gross, like, tomato sauce room. I'm just going to jump across, take 2 points of damage.
I want spaghetti.
And now, here's Metroid Prime. What do you think?
Oh, there's actually a Metroid Prime.
In Metroid Prime, yeah, he's the great... So there's been a lot
He's the great pumpkin.
He's the great pumpkin. You believe in Metroid Prime, don't you, Charlie Brown?
I sat all day in the Phazon swamps, missed getting candy, all for a stupid blockhead beagle.
No, there have been a lot of scans about him that we haven't really read. So Metroid Prime here is...
Scans or scams? Is he in charge of the pyramid scheme?
He's in charge of the Metroid Pyramid Scheme. Metroid Prime here is assimilated space pirate weapons, which they were trying to base off your weapons. So whatever color he is the beam that will hurt him.
I like his design. He's like the Beetle guys who were the villains in Dark Crystal.
Yeah, a little bit. So when he's yellow, it means you can hurt him with the power beam, which means I can just shoot him with the super misses, which is cool. Rah! and then he gets all mad. Now he's purple, which means it's wave beam time. Wave Buster uses a little too many missiles. But the wave beam is homing, so that's nice. I should scan him. That's what his face looks like, by the way. Really not anything terribly
What,
exciting.
the Iron Man mask?
Yeah, the Iron Man mask. That's his face. He's the source of Phazon.
Actually looks like my damn mask.
It looks like your dad's mask? No, your dad had a Metroid Prime mask at home.
Not
Anyway. So after you heard him a little bit, he's like, I'm out of here! Whoop, 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 and he falls in a hole, but then you flip around after him. And then he's like, what? You can jump down holes? I wasn't expecting this.
I didn't expect gravity to be a thing.
So now, this is the second phase of the fight, where he will shoot missiles at you. What'd you say? I think he's got, looks like he's got 4 legs and then 2 like pincers. And he's got like a scorpion tail too. So then he charges again and you have to ball under him.
There's a bunch of different designs. He's got like a horn, like a...
Yeah. The what?
Hercules or elephant beetle. Rhinoceros beetle.
Oh. He's an amalgamation of a lot of different beetles. There's even a bit of John Lennon in there.
Shoot him in the back of the head. Oh, sorry.
Oh my god! Wow, that was uncalled for. Okay, this is the only point where the ice spreader is any use, because you can freeze his face with it. And you're like, oh, that was fun. Too soon!
It was like 1978.
Well, still, it was 1980.
Close enough.
Learn your Beatles history.
I was 2 years off.
Imagine there's no Metroids. Whoa! He's pulling me in!
Living in your house.
There's no Kraid, no Ridley, and no Chozo too.
Imagine
The what? You just made that word up.
What are they? Gamers.
Gamers!
I couldn't remember the name.
Living for today. You may give that idea the thumbs down.
You're not the only one.
Ah, he keeps freezing me. No, 3 times in a row. You.
Hope someday you can join us. And we won't play
Ah, see how you
other
like.
M.
We won't play other M. Anyway, Metroid Prime is actually pretty hard if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, now we've got plasma beams. It's the first time we've seen red, and he's going to shoot those things out his butt. Which they actually do a ton of damage if they hit you, but they also refill missiles and stuff. So they are a blessing in disguise. Anyway, it's not worth it to use the flamethrower on him because it's way too short range to use like a ton of missiles. So. And you want to save your
More
missiles.
like the lame thrower.
And you want to save your missiles for the ice spreader and for the super missiles. Ah, speaking of missiles,
I really like his design. I need to study it. Didn't like that. You know, like
no, you should study it like in a college class. Do like a
my Metroid Prime course.
Write your thesis on Metroid Prime. And be like,
Not the game, just the boss.
just the boss. And
It's flashing red. That must mean he's dead. Oh, he's
no,
going,
it means that he's jumping through a hole again. All right,
going south.
All right, this is the last phase of this fight now, because now that he's shown us his true colors, all 4 of them, he will just randomly switch between them. And he's at like a quarter health. I mean, except he's missiling me like a madman.
Oh,
Such a madman. Oh, I shot a super missile at him right as he changed colors. What a silly goose. Oh, and his ice spreader I missed because he was dodging. There we go.
dodging and weaving.
He is weaving so much. He is like Hugo weaving.
I thought you were gonna say he's like your grandmother.
What? That wouldn't have made any sense.
Yeah, weaving.
My grandmother is weaving?
Like she weaves.
Oh, I see. Like, my grandmother was more of a painter than a weaver, it seems. Or is, I should say. She's still alive. What? She's a... I did not understand.
Quilter!
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, I can never say anything with a troll voice.
Well, that's because when you're like... I can't believe why I can't understand it when you speak in that voice. The final boss of this game, we're arguing about grandmas.
Was that your grandma who looks like Queen Elizabeth?
No, that was my other grandma. She actually is dead. That was my grandma who, at Christmas, told me that Google uses algorithms. Like this was, this was great news, and I'm like, that's cool. It was an exciting. Stop shooting me with missiles. Ah. Okay, this jerk is almost dead. We know it.
It's actually his design looks like a man spider. Remember that drawing I did of that man spider?
Nope.
I called him an Arachne star, and he said that's not it.
Oh.
And I said,
look, I don't.
That's how that conversation went.
I don't remember all the insults I give you.
I don't remember most of it.
Nobody in chat has said a single thing during the Metroid Prime fight. I thought they'd be.
It's too intense, man.
Oh, they're like on the edge of their seats. Listen to us argue about my grandmother.
What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
We're gonna argue about my grandmother. This is essential to beating the final boss of this game. This grandmother angst. I wonder if Samus has any grandmother angst.
Samus has a grandmother.
Probably. Well, there, it's dead.
Wonder if Samus has a grandother. See, it's grandmother, but you just rearrange the word.
I get you. Now the music is cut out, which must mean that the game's over.
Yeah, I don't like that game anyway.
But wait, it's a final boss, so of course it has a second form.
Oh, what is this, Kefka?
No, it's Metroid Prime, who actually looks like a Metroid now. Metroid Octopus. And it's playing like the main Metroid music, and it's like, ooh, cutscene, haha. Anyway, Metroid Prime, you cannot damage. Invulnerable to all conventional weapons, only attacks from a phazon-fused arm cannon will damage it. So every time it tries to, every so often, all it can do to attack is a dumb little shockwave. But every so often, it will leave a pool of phazon. You stand in it like, ow. And the reason I'm doing a charge beam now is to pick up the health that it just left behind. Now it's going to leave a pool of phazon. But then it like shifts into another dimension. So you've got to turn on a different visor to see it. There it is. Ah. And then once you're standing there, it's like hyper mode, and you shoot it a million times. Yeah.
Remind me of kind of a little bit like the Sentinels from the Matrix.
Yeah, a little bit.
Or like, actually even more like the web.
From what?
That computer animated TV show that was on
I remember. Okay, now I have to go to the thermal visor. And... and so on. So, but then the phazon runs out. So now that it's cycled through all three of my visors, I'm not putting the scan visor because really that's just this other visor with a box.
Whoa! It looks all.
I know. This is the heat signature of Metroid Prime. Because
it's got a big head. It must be smart.
It's Megamind's mother.
It's Megamind's grandother.
Anyway, now it will start generating Metroids along with the phazon. This is what I wanted to save the power bombs. Because then I don't have to try to kill Metroids while I'm shooting this
Shoot it in the brain stem.
I don't know which one does it stem. I'm just shooting it. Ooh, that Metroid left behind. Power bombs, yes!
Shoot it in the medulla oblongata.
What?
Medulla oblongata.
Oh. I like shooting it in the cerebellum. That's the period of the South before the Civil War. It's the cerebellum. Now we got Hunter Metroids popping up. Let's bomb them. Yep. Ah, get out of my... Where? There you are. I think I did. Is the pool gone? I guess. Oh, no. The pool's somewhere around here. I just can't find it.
Ooh, what else it reminds me of is the aliens from
Alien.
Independence Day.
Oh.
Because
kind of. If
well,
they were
the face of it, and they do have those tentacles coming out their head. And they've got the outer casing, too.
Look, basically there's a lot of, like, aliens. Oh, I didn't kill one of the Metroids. No wonder I'm dying.
I'm just saying.
Not a problem. I just thought I'd killed all those Metroids. Apparently I had. Oh, no, it's because he shifted. What? I'm confused. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on either. This boss really isn't that hard if you don't get confused, but I got confused for a second, so I lost a lot of energy. I've only got 3 tanks left. To be fair, most of those tanks I lost during the previous fight. This one, you just gotta jump over that and make sure that you actually kill the Metroids. Instead of leaving one alive to be like, I'm still around. I'll serve you, Metroid Prime. I'll be your favorite baby. See, here. Say, no. Ah, good. That time it actually killed them both. Levi says when it rowers, it looks like Spider-Man. I don't know what rowers means. Roars. Oh, roars. When it's like, gets in your face, like that. It's got kind of the Spider-Man colors.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't really see it, but it does have like a big cerebellum behind it. What?
The scientist was named Cerebellum.
Oh. And was it like, put out the Samus, put out the Samus?
No,
That's all I know about Darkwing Duck that you've ever said.
she was in one of the episodes of that one with Mega Duck.
Well, there you go. See? Exactly.
Darkwing got turned invisible.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Will you just die, Metroid Prime? Ah, hacker mode. There we go. I can't get in the pool. Okay, I think I killed it. I think. That was awkward. Like, it wouldn't let me stay in the pool. There's like 7 of them. This is why you should never shoot Phazon. And now for its final form. Not actually. This is the end of the game. But it does try to eat you. It's like, no, don't do it. But it's okay, because it just eats your Venom suits and becomes Venom. See? This is
Spider-Man.
Wow, this is what happens at the end of Spider-Man. Spider-Man Homecoming ends like this, right?
Yeah, it's exactly the same.
Okay, so in true Metroid fashion, let's evacuate immediately. Are you ready?
I guess I have to be.
And by immediately, I mean literally immediately. We didn't actually have to leave. It just happened in the cutscene.
You don't have to leave? It did it for you?
Yeah, we had the escape sequence at the beginning when we were getting off the frigate. Sir Wats is like, all these fights are way longer than they are fun. They're fine. The first form of Metroid Prime actually is a fight that I really like. The second one just gets tedious though. Anyway, you ready to see Samus's face because we got all the items?
I guess I have to be.
It looks really terrible because it's 2002. There's our beautiful Samus.
She looks like a Barbie doll.
But yeah, she's made of plasticine. I'm low res.
Go back to the high res.
And now she's but she's kind of like, oh, the Chozo temple blew up, and she was a little sad there. She had a moment of silence for the birds that shot Ridley in the face, and therefore earned everybody's respect. Thank you, Chozo. We destroyed Metroid Prime, and he sucked into our Darth Vader suit. That's Metroid Prime, guys. Any thoughts from anybody? I know this has been spread out over like 3 streams, so you have to remember back because we just barely finished it.
The best part was Metroid Prime.
The best part is when you gave me my money. No, but I really, really like Metroid Prime. I think out of all the Metroid Prime games, the first one's my favorite because it feels most like the classic Metroids. Like, we'll get to Prime 2 and Prime 3 at some point.
How is it most like the classics?
Well, first of all, the world feels a lot more like it's something that you explore. The second and third, and especially third games, are like, there's an area that you do a lot in, and then you leave that area. And then you go to the next area and do a lot in. It's like, they almost feel like levels.
Right.
But in this game, everything's kind of interconnected, and you do a lot more exploration. It's a whole world. Also, the weapons are a little more classic, like the wave beam and the ice beam and so on. Those beams don't make a return in the sequels. They have different types of beams. Well, the plasma beam kind of comes back in the third one.
Where's the fan service?
That's when
Never mind.
takes off her helmet. Carl liked the squid. Levi says that she's Valanice, I guess.
She's got a weird face and she's one of those.
Right. Okay. Speaking of Valanice, we'll be playing King's Quest Chapter 4 here in a minute. And I don't know, and the fact that it's pure exploration. Like, the second one and third one have cutscenes where you're actually, like, talking to people, and the third one especially, there's, like, tons of, like, Federation Force people that you interact with. And it's not bad. Like, it's still a good game. It's just, this one feels the most like old-school Metroids.
She didn't say stuff and talk about her feelings.
Well, that's Other M.
Yeah,
that one
but
just sucks all around.
You wonder how it got there. It's the other
Yeah.
series.
I don't know, do you have any thoughts?
Like,
Waiting for more than that.
you know what my job on this
I
stream
know what your
is?
job is, but you can still say, like, anything. Like, I'm giving you opportunities here to become more than what you are.
Whatever. Well, I said my thoughts during the game.
You said the Metroid Prime looks like a beetle. Sir Wats, yes, like I said, we are
I told you to shoot John Lennon.
Like I said, Sir Wats, this was kind of our warm-up game. We're going to do King's Quest Chapter 4 coming up after this. But after... Ooh, the Emerald Knights. They are in the special thanks. Thanks, Matt, Graham, and Alec for being so patient, understanding, and supportive. Those three only. They were like the landlords.
Emerald Knights, it's like the Green Lantern.
I know. Anyway, this is the middle of a Metroid bloodstream. Alright, so here's Samus flying away from Talon 4, being like, you guys are cool. Well, let's warp off to the Monolith Burger.
Let's ramble on in.
Okay. Mission final, percentage complete, 100%. Total time, 4 hours, 53 minutes. Which,
didn't feel that.
well, we did it over 3 streams, so...
Oh, you're right.
Anyway, and here's our final victory pose. But in true Marvel movie fashion, there is a post-credit scene teasing the next game. Are you ready for this?
This was the precursor to Iron Man.
Well,
2008.
Iron Woman. All right.
Captain Marvel.
So here's the remains of Metroid Prime.
What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
Scan lines. What? I see you.
Pretty creepy.
So with that that creepy imagery, we end Metroid Prime. So thanks for watching that. And we will be back in the future with Metroid Prime 2. Electric Boogaloo.